Subscribe to our channel and please don't forget to press the bell icon. Hello friends, Namaskara. Welcome back to Something's Cooking. Most of the times we come up with many complicated recipes and it's very hard to make. But this time I'm here with a very simple recipe which is the part of every South Indian household. It's the rasam or the bele sar as we call it in Mysore. This is a common thing made in every Brahmin household. I just want to share the recipe which I learned from my mother-in-law with you, including the masala powder. Now let me walk you through the ingredients. This is for the rasam powder, 100 grams of Byadgi chili, 100 grams of coriander seeds, 2 tablespoons of jeera, 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon of methi seeds, 1 tablespoon of mustard seeds and 1 teaspoon of peppercorns and a few curry leaves. Moving on to the rasam, 1.5 tablespoon of tur dal, salt to taste, approximately 10 grams of tamarind, approximately 10 grams of jaggery, 1.5 tablespoon of freshly grated coconut, 1 medium sized tomato, 1 curry leaf, 2 pinches of hing and a few coriander leaves, 2 teaspoons of ghee, half teaspoon of jeera and half teaspoon of mustard for seasoning. Let's get started with the rasam powder. Heat the pan. When the pan is hot, add the mustard seeds. You need not add oil to fry them. The mustard is spluttering now. You can remove this. Next, let's add jeera. Now jeera is spluttering. Let's remove it. The next ingredient you have to fry without oil are the methi seeds. The methi seeds are spluttering now. Let's remove them. Now let's start frying the ingredients. We have to fry with oil. Add a teaspoon of oil. Add the peppercorns. It's done now. Let's remove it. Next thing are the coriander seeds. The coriander seeds are starting to change their color lightly and spluttering. It's done now. Let's take them off. To fry the red chilies, add 2 teaspoons of oil in the pan. There is a tip to see whether the chilies are fried. Allow it to splutter while frying for 3 times. Then they are done. Now in this hot pan, add the curry leaves and fry them till they are dry. The fried masala is now ready. Let's mix it evenly. It's cool now and powder it into fine powder. This is how the powdered rasam powder will look. You will get around 250 grams of powder if you use the ingredients I have told you. This is ready to use now. You can store it in airtight containers and use it. For the rasam, let's keep the pressure cooker on the stove now. Take a container, wash the dal in it. Add approximately 1 cup of water into it. Let's add a pinch of haldi, a few drops of oil into it so that the dal will get cooked well. After this, take a lid or a plate which can cover the container properly. In 3 different katoris, I am keeping the rasam powder, tomato cut into half and the tamarind. Add water so that the rasam powder is immersed in it, and even for the tamarind. Let's close the lid and cook it for 4 whistles. This is how it looks after everything is cooked. I've removed it from the pressure cooker. I've extracted the juice from the tamarind and removed all the pulp from the tomatoes after squeezing them. Now it's ready to mix into the rasam. Take an empty vessel. I've mashed the dal a little. Add the mashed dal into it. Next goes in the tamarind juice, followed by the tomato juice. Then the rasam powder you had cooked in the pressure cooker. Now add little water, lukewarm water to the freshly grated coconut, and let's extract the juice from it, the coconut milk from it. Put it into the same vessel containing all other ingredients, keeping your hand so that the grated coconut does not fall into it. Let's keep this for boiling. Now let's adjust the consistency of the rasam. For the ingredients I have told, you can make approximately 3/4 liter of rasam. It will serve around 4 to 5 people. Let's add some salt to taste. Let's add jaggery into it. We are adding this jaggery to balance the taste of the sourness and the spice in this rasam. Next, let's add the curry leaves. Hold it in the flame so that when you put it in the rasam, it will release all the aroma. This gives a better taste if you simmer it on a low flame for a longer time. It's boiling now. Let's take it off from the flame and give the tadka to it. In a separate kadai, I've taken a teaspoon of ghee. When the ghee is hot, let's add the mustard seeds. Once the mustard is spluttering, let's add jeera into it. And next goes in the hing. Let's add the tadka into the rasam. Last but not the least, the coriander leaves or the fresh dhania goes into this. Now the rasam is ready. Simple yet delicious South Indian Brahmin style rasam is ready to serve now. If you happen to try it, please tag us on our Instagram page, subscribe to our channel and like us. And bye bye until next time.